I don't want to be an alarmist, but there is something that will make you super sick and also make you suck at jiu-jitsu. All right, maybe that was a little dramatic, but fortunately for you, you subscribe to That Jiu-Jitsu Guy, me, and I'm here to help you prevent RED-S. What is RED-S? Well, it's something that not many people know about, but it involves your diet, and since we're in a weight-restricted sport, and it's that time of year where people are typically focused on dropping a few kilos and getting healthier, I thought it would be good to make sure we all avoid something that can not only make us sick, but also really hinder our performance at jiu-jitsu. What can help your performance at jiu-jitsu? Well, obviously it's a brand new gi or rash guard or fight shorts or joggers or hoodie or t-shirt or hat from Epic Roll. Look good, feel good, roll good. That's really bad grammar, but it's a good deal when you use the code podcast15 at epicrollbjj.com to get 15% off your order. Don't waste more money on stuff that wasn't designed specifically for jiu-jitsu. Epic Roll is designed by grapplers for grapplers. Give Epic Roll a follow on Instagram at epicrollbjj and make sure you tag them when you're wearing your Epic Roll stuff. And use the code podcast15 at epicrollbjj.com to get 15% off your order. epicrollbjj.com. Coupon code podcast15. Now, let's dive into RED-S and how we can avoid it. Jiu-jitsu is a weight-restricted sport, meaning there is an incentive to be as light as possible when competing, and I'm not getting into the horrors of water weight cutting. I'm just talking about diet and nutrition today. A lot of the time we think that by dieting like crazy and getting as low of a body fat as possible, we're giving ourselves an advantage, but you do reach a point of diminishing returns. And before you click off this video because you're thinking to yourself, I'm not a competitor, I'm just rolling for fun, you should listen to what I have to say because this can affect anyone who is trying to lose some weight and might not realize they are going about it the complete wrong way. So what exactly is RED-S? According to the British Journal of Sports Medicine, RED-S is relative energy deficiency in sport, and it is the result of insufficient caloric intake and or excessive energy expenditure. Consequences of this low energy condition can alter many physiological systems, including metabolism, menstrual function, bone health, immunity, protein synthesis, and cardiovascular and psychological health. This chart pretty much sums it up. At one end, you're eating more than you need and have an energy surplus, which means you will gain weight and have additional fat stores. You lower the calories slightly to your optimum performance. You lower again, you have the inability to perform at your max, and then impaired recovery, and all the way down, you're into the impairment of your endocrine system and impaired growth and development. Obviously, in a weight-controlled sport, you want to be in the range where you are burning more calories than you're consuming, so you are not adding weight, but you're also not losing it too quickly and damaging your body. Unfortunately, RED-S is something that sort of exists under the radar, meaning you only really get attention to it once you have severe symptoms. It's sort of like if you tear every ligament in your knee, you'd go to the hospital right away and get treated. But if your knee was just kind of sore, you wouldn't really get medical attention for it. And then your injury just lingers and lingers and lingers, and it never really gets better. Even though there's a simple fix, you take a week or so off training. With RED-S, the simple fix would be just to eat more. Now, obviously, most people are not going to end up with RED-S so bad that they end up on the extreme far end of the scale where they are doing permanent damage to their endocrine system and other bodily functions and processes. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't be on the lookout for things that might indicate we're heading in the wrong direction. Part of the trouble with RED-S and its warning signs is that on their own, symptoms are minor and can just be considered isolated things. It's only when you look at things all together in totality that they become worrisome. You might be experiencing colds or just general fatigue. You could experience bloating or IBS as digestion becomes depressed due to lack of energy in your system. In terms of athletic performance, you might notice you're tiring more quickly during training and or not recovering as fast as usual after training sessions. You might notice a lack of explosiveness or power on top of your lack of stamina and endurance. All things that make competing in or improving your jiu-jitsu very difficult. It's also not just something that will affect your sporting life, your regular life can and will be affected too when you get irritability, mood swings, and increased fatigue. According to Perth Sports Medicine, treatment is addressing the mismatch between energy intake and energy expenditure, i.e. how much you consume versus how much you burn. But the whole point of me talking to you about this right now is to prevent RED-S and not have to treat it. If you can't do that, the very far end of the spectrum seems like there's a lot of heavy medical intervention that is needed to recover. Again, I'm aware most people won't get down that far, but let's prevent ourselves from suffering these symptoms as best we can, because even the minor symptoms of RED-S can impair your performance. I have repeatedly said, and I will continue to say, that the only way to reduce your body fat and lose weight is via a caloric deficit where you consume less calories than you burn. What you need to be aware of and try to figure out if you're looking to lose weight in preparation for competition or just be healthier is exactly how much of a deficit you need. Track your food. I use MyFitnessPal. It's a free app. It's super easy to use. When I'm tracking my food, I know exactly how many calories I'm getting, and it takes the guesswork out of things. You also need to know how many calories your body needs every day. There are tons and tons and tons of calorie calculators out there that you can find via a quick Google search. I'd recommend getting the numbers and results from 3 or 4 of these calculators and then taking the average of what they all give you, since they might be slightly different, and then use that as your base calories. If you want to lose weight, consume about 10% less of the calories that it says you need. It will be a slow process. Weight will not fall off overnight. But if you go way too deep into the deficit and you're only eating 50% of the calories that you need, that's where you can run into problems. If you notice you're getting sick a lot, if you're constantly tired, if your jiu-jitsu is suffering, if you're super moody and irritable, you might be headed towards RED-S and you're only hurting yourself. If you have to compete one weight class higher, but you're not making yourself sick or doing damage to your body, then that's probably worth it. If you're just trying to lose weight to be healthier in general and you're experiencing these symptoms, then you might just have to accept that it will take longer to lose the weight, but you can do it in a more healthy way. I know we all love to compete at the lowest weight possible. I know the weight class 1 below where you are right now is appealing, but please don't make yourself sick to get there. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. RED-S isn't a super popular thing, so I want everyone to be aware of what to look for and to make sure you're losing weight the right way. If you did enjoy this video, please hit that thumbs up button and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I have a big announcement coming next week and a few things that I'm working on, so you won't want to miss those. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.